Do you have a message for us? Something you want us to know?
Rose, is there any way you can make that music box go off?
All right. Well, we got a lot to get to. We are back, Phantom Freaks, and this time we're going to be taking a look at Project Fear. For all you Twin Paranormal fans that are coming across right now, that's, the algorithm is shooting it out to you guys. Don't you worry, we got a lot coming still with Twin Paranormal, and in this episode, there's actually a reference to Twin Paranormal. I had to put a clip in for my last video because something happened in here that happened in a Twin Paranormal video. So you might want to stick around and check this out as well. We're going to try to get into it here real quickly. Project Fear, if you haven't heard of them, they used to be, I think, with Zach Bagans on the Travel Channel, I think. One of those channels that they were on. And they ended up creating their own show on YouTube here, and it's pretty good. Pretty good. One of my top favorite shows on here. So definitely check them out. Give them a subscription. Go check the original video out. It will be linked down in the description below for you to check it out, so you can get the full context. We'll be going in order here, chronological order, so you can follow along with the original show. And of course, it's got all the other evidence, the all the other devices and things that they use, so you'll get the full context. So make sure you go subscribe. Definitely check out the original episode. Let's go ahead and get into this. Some wild stuff went down here, so let's see if we can break this on down here. Let's see where we're at. Let's see.
We will be attempting to sleep alone at 4 of the most haunted hotel rooms in the most haunted city in America.
This place gives me the creeps.
Someone was just walking on my balcony.
Oh my god! My sink just turned on! It's on!
All right, so there's the intro there. You can see what they're all about. Now we'll get here to the first clip, and this is at the very beginning. They're getting ready to check this place out and see what's what right here at the beginning of the night.
I don't know if I like that both the doors are wide open.
Yeah, me neither.
Like, some people can just walk right in. What the fuck was that?
As you can hear there in the original clip here, there's a little movement there, a little shuffling going on at a distance that they definitely picked up on. If you're new to the channel and new to what I do here, I'm an audio engineer. I try to pull this stuff out and bring it more to the forefront so you can hear what's going on in the audio here. So we're gonna try to pull it up and get it closer. You'll notice a proximity effect where it sounds like it's closer or louder, and that's what we'll be doing here, and cleaning some stuff up too. So here we go. Let's get into the enhancement.
I don't know if I like that both the doors are wide open.
Yeah, me neither.
Like, some people can just walk right in. What the fuck was that?
And actually, we'll have slow-mos of everything here. So here's a slow-mo.
What the fuck was that?
So that gives you an idea of what they heard there. It would have been more distant, like in the original clip, but that it gives you a little bit more feel for maybe the vibrations they felt, the bass that they felt. Because like I said, what I'm doing with the audio is pulling it forward from that distance, so it kind of sounds closer, when we do it here. But it gives you a little bit better perspective on some of what they heard while they were there. Let's get on to the next one.
The weird
Oh, actually, I know what this is. Chelsea has a statement here. Let's see what she says.
The weird thing about this hotel is the acoustics are really weird. Like you can't tell where the noises are coming from.
Oh, no.
I'll be the judge of that. No, I'm just playing. Let me get on to the next clip.
What? That window just tapped.
Yeah,
That window just tapped.
I know.
The second you walk past it.
Things are
So in that one, and a lot of these, you will clearly hear the sound in the original episode. Still, there's usually something I can do to bring out another perspective on it or beef it up some. So, yeah, there was a definite tap on that window, a light tap. That's something that, and I've spoken on this before in previous videos. For those that already know, I had a wild haunting myself in 2011 that kind of put me on track to doing this. You know, and I've already had a background in pro audio, but I just finally had to put them together and see what we can do here. That noise, I've recorded that tapping noise before as well. I don't know what it is about the tapping. I've heard it in other teams' work where there's a lot of, it sounds like somebody's taking a plastic, like a Bic pen, the plastic BIC Bic. And like, they're just like, you know, like somebody in school would bend it up and let it go and it just snap on the table. Lots of those. I recorded a bunch of those. I don't know why they like tapping so much, but anyway, let's go on to the enhancement.
What? That window just tapped.
And as you can clearly hear there is a well-defined tap there.
What? That window just tapped.
And that one was particularly that's a hard tap. The other ones, the ones that I just spoke about that I recorded and I usually hear, it's a little less force in them. That's the only difference. That was really forceful, like really forceful. Let's go into the slow-mo.
What? That window just tapped.
yeah,
That window just tapped.
I know.
Yeah, that's really hard right there. I don't know. That spirits were probably trying to run them out the building with that one because that was really loud. Let's get on to the next one.
I'm like hearing something. Do you hear those voices?
Voices.
Hold on.
Yeah, that one, and you can hear it. You can hear it right there. Let's see if we can pull it out.
I'm like hearing something. Do you hear those voices?
Voices.
Hold on.
Now, I remember when I was editing that some of the voices or vocalizations and stuff, some of them turned out to be tones. Like they were strange musical tones. I can't remember. I think this one, if I'm hearing correctly right now, sounds like it is a voice. It was, a lot of these are very strange. Like, especially when you start breaking them down and getting into the audio and getting to the layers of things, sometimes it's made up of multiple voices, multiple tones that are going in and out of each other, and all of it together creates the sound that you hear live or hear all at once. It's some weird stuff going on, but let's listen to that voice again. Yeah, I think that, this was a vocalization. Yeah. This is one of the ones that it was actually a voice. Let me slow that down.
I'm like hearing something. Do you hear those voices? Hold on.
And that I had to pull that up from way in the background, as you can hear on the original. Let's see.
Do you hear those?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what to make of that. It's a voice. So yeah. It's pretty wild. Let's get on to the next one.
Oh, wow.
Let me make sure that we get to the next. Yeah, that's the next one.
Oh, wow. Is there somebody down here? Yeah, humming.
Someone's like singing.
Excuse me, but yeah, I think we're gonna have to play that again, because this is what I was talking about.
Oh, wow. Is there somebody down here? Yeah, humming.
Someone's like singing.
Now, see, they heard it as humming. Okay, that's how they heard it, and I find it very interesting. You'll see, a lot of the teams. This is not just Project Fear by themselves. A lot of the teams will, they'll get it wrong on what they think they're hearing, and hopefully that's a nod to authenticity there, because they're, if somebody was faking it, I don't, they might try to put some errors in there on purpose, but sometimes it's a lot and it's like really big errors, but it's not a dig on any of the teams. It's just that's in the moment, in the fear, as they could perceive it at the time. They're doing the best to interpret it. So I noticed that with a lot of clips, where especially like with the doing the radio scanning and whatnot, you can't always tell what it says. But let's go into the hint. This one's interesting.
Oh, wow. Is there somebody down here? Yeah, humming.
Someone's like singing.
Now this right here, in Twin Paranormal fans, this is where you're gonna want to really turn it up, because we have something here that happened in the literal last episode, part 3 of the last episode I did of Twin Paranormal, Diablo's Asylum. We had a musical tone go off, and that's what this sounds like. This, when you enhance it, it's not a voice, it's a tone. It's a weird musical tone.
Is there somebody down here? Yeah, humming.
Now, let's compare that to what happened on Twin Paranormal. Now, of course, in Twin Paranormal's case, the mics were a little closer to the source, and it picked it up louder, and it went on longer. But listen to the characteristics of it. It's like the same thing made the tone. I mean, it sounds like the same instrument or same. And when I say that, it's almost like it's some, I don't even know, like a odd wooden recorder or some kind of, odd little wooden thing you blow into, or a bottle, somebody blowing into the edge of a bottle. Actually, I just thought too, in this case, it's like a, what do you call it? Like when somebody takes a wine glass and just wets their finger and goes around the edge and makes the tone. Sounds like that too. And I forgot to label it here, but this is again from Twin Paranormal's Diablo Asylum episode. I'm just comparing it to back to Project Fear.
Is there somebody down here? Yeah, humming.
It's like a snippet of that same thing. This is freaky. Let's hit the slow-mo.
Is there somebody down here? Yeah, humming.
And this is let's see, I think we have another instance of this. Let's see.
What is that?
Someone's humming.
Back there, back there. What is that?
Someone's humming.
Back there, back there.
When I first heard this clip, I thought it sounded like a old wooden chair on a hard floor, like somebody just scooted back in it or, pulled it back. That's kind of on the original clip what it sounded like, but memory serves me correct here. The enhancement kind of changed that. It sounds a little different. Let's see.
What is that?
Someone's humming.
Back there.
Yeah, it starts to sound a little more vocal or a little more musical.
What is that?
Someone's humming.
Back there, back there.
Let's check the slow-mo.
What is that?
Someone's humming.
Back there, back there.
Yeah, I don't know what to make of that. I did say in the Twin Paranormal video, I said, make sure you check out, for those of you that are interested, for musicians and audio engineers that are in the know, people in the pro audio that are in the know, Masters of the Universe, the old 80s kind of action movie, Masters of the Universe. I think it's free here on YouTube still. Go watch that if you haven't seen that. Go watch that and pay very close attention to the theme of it, what the whole plot is, what it's all around, and you'll see why I reference it for stuff like this. Makes you wonder. But anyway, next clip.
There's something really, really weird about this room.
What was that? Hello? Yo.
Okay, so you had some walking and moving around there for sure. You can obviously hear there's some handling noise from handling the camera as he was just setting it down. But right after he sets the camera down and kind of gets it positioned, then you'll hear what's coming on. It's a little freaky.
There's something really, really weird about this room.
What was that? Hello?
Yeah, I mean that to me just that's. I mean, it sounds like walking on gravel there at the end. At first, it sounds like maybe walking inside. It has a interior sound to me, like on a wood floor or maybe on a wooden deck or something like that. But yeah, the last one, I don't know if it walked from inside to outside. The last one sounds like feet on gravel. Yeah, I just that's
What was that?
it's really hard. You know, some like somebody stomping through the gravel. Let's check the slow mo.
What was that? Hello?
Yeah, a lot of people would have been packing it up right there. Anyway, let's get on to the next clip here. Oh, this is them explaining what they're doing here. So for those that don't know, I'll play this clip.
All right, well, we're going to try the spirit box right now. This is a device that scans the radio frequencies. It's believed that spirits can talk through this device, come through and channel their own voices. So let's see if we can talk to something here.
Now, this is interesting. I'm putting this through some different paces here. This is uncharted territory. It's not like there's not like a thing, a genre in the pro audio field of enhancing paranormal audio. So I'm trying, new things, and I'm utilizing stuff that's was never meant for this, but just utilizing the techniques and coming up with my own cocktail of things of how I process it and get it to this state. And you'll be seeing some of this on the future videos, because I've been kind of able to pull some of the pull these voices out of that static some, and I'll talk about it a little bit more here after I play it. You'll see what I mean.
Is there anybody in here? Can you tell us who you are?
You will gently.
What?
Watch out! Watch out for me!
Now that was a pretty clear one.
Is there anybody in here? Can you tell us who you are?
You will gently.
What?
Watch out!
Let's check the enhancement. Excuse me.
Is there anybody in here? Can you tell us who you are?
You will gently.
What?
Watch out! Watch out for me!
You will gently.
What?
Watch out!
Now let's check the slow mo.
You will gently.
What?
Watch out!
You will gently.
What?
Watch out!
Yeah, it's cut off at the end. It's just, you watch out for, I think that's what it's saying. I just don't know. Yeah, it got cut off at the end. It just fades off. A lot of these do that where they fade off. If you were looking at what I'm looking at, the visuals and the audio, and a lot of times I can't put every layer or instance of, because there's several different forms when you're going through this, and I have to kind of come to an agreement of, okay, this is a pretty good representation. I'm gonna use this one for the clip. But going through it, it does a lot of weird stuff, and it's starting to show some signs of how it's made, like how they're making the voices, how they're coming across. It's really strange. Let's get to the next one.
How do you feel about us buying you a drink? I love.
That was a woman, though!
Woman, I love.
Another pretty clear one off the bat.
How do you feel about us buying you a drink? I love.
That was a woman, though!
We get on to the enhancement.
How do you feel about us buying you a drink?
I love. That was a woman, though!
Woman, I love. How do you feel about us buying you a drink? I love.
I said that one was already so, both of those were already so, loud through there. They almost enhanced themselves. I've cut away some of the static around them, so you can hear it and clean them up a little bit.
How do you feel about us buying you a drink?
I love.
I love. That was a woman, though. Woman.
Yeah, that that is wild. Some of these, as we go on here, you'll see what I mean by it's. Well, hopefully you can hear it. Some of these voices are like, some of them you could say, oh, okay, maybe that was just a radio station that came through or something. I mean, and the idea, I think, is that it's that the spirits are looking for pieces of words and audios across the radio waves and able to inject them through into the device to answer questions. That's part of it. But from what I'm hearing and seeing, and unfortunately all of that I can't show you, there is some, you can see there is some layering and mixing, and like sometimes it's a real voice, it's a real vocalization, a paranormal voice. Sometimes it's fully a voice that's not you can tell it's not a radio station, and sometimes it's mixed, like you can like visually see it. Sometimes it's mixed in to where it's a it's like a little bit of a voice. It's almost, I've seen so far some suggestive evidence that it's almost like they're mouthing, like you can hear them trying to say it, trying to mouth it, and the radio waves or whatever, how they're able to get the static to to create the voice is layered over there, like like they're talking through it, which you can hear like some, almost like some, it's hard to explain, like some mouthing going on or some forcing, like trying to talk over and under it. This stuff gives you chills. Let's get on to the next one.
What would you love? What kind of drink would you like? Something, yeah.
This is one of those ones that just sounds like a radio station. But what's odd about it just being a radio station, let's say, something that has enough power to come through and bleed over, because that's what's happening with the this is a slower scanning device he's using, which is a little more susceptible to stations coming in. But when they do come in, I am noticing it is bleeding over 2 to 3 stations. So it's not, or 2 to 3 scans of the stations. So, but we know radio stations can bleed onto other adjacent frequencies. So is that what's going on? But if so, why is it, if there's somewhere where they can pick up any radio station that's powerful enough to come through like the sounds you just heard, it should be constantly throwing pieces of audio, I would think. I'm not a radio expert, but I would think it would be constantly shooting out these blips of audio, because there's obviously a station that has a powerful enough transmitter that it's pushing out that hard and it's bleeding over the station. But that doesn't seem to happen. It's all like only when they're asking questions, pretty much, do you get it popping out like that. Now this, I don't know, and I kind of think if this is paranormal, this particular, like this clip, it's possibly that they're just, the spirits are failing to get the message fully across and weren't able to do so. Let's give it a shot.
Something, yeah.
Like that was an attempt and a failure to whatever process that they use to get it across. Let's go to the slow.
What would you love? What kind of drink would you like? Something, yeah.
Yeah, it gets cut off. You could almost hear some music. I've heard that a couple times. There's another clip coming in. Like there's a little bit of music in the background from one of the adjacent stations or something. But for the skeptic, you'll see some of these, like you might have saw in the beginning there, just sample there, preview. There are some of these that are definite answers to their questions, and some pretty spooky ones at that. Let's get on to the next.
That was a breath. Did you hear that?
That was just
It just
breathing.
went silent, and then you could hear someone
Just a
breathing.
breath.
Sound like a girl.
Now let's play that again.
That was a breath. Did you hear that?
That was just
It
breathing.
just went silent, and then you could hear someone
Just a
breathing.
Now, best as I can tell, yeah, that's what it sounds like. Now, stuff like this, you don't have breathing on the radio stations, people. I know. I don't know. Let's play the enhancement.
That was a breath. Did you hear that?
That was just
It
breathing.
just went silent, and then you could hear someone
Just a-
breathing. That was a breath. Did you hear?
Now, there's a couple of things about that. That sound, and you'll always hear me reference back to my 2011 case, because that, for me, even though, to the skeptic, you weren't in my shoes to experience this in person, but I with going through what I went through in 2011, there's certain things that when I watch these shows that stand out to me because I heard it or I saw it. Once you hear it or see it in person, or you've recorded it yourself, and the signature of it, it's certain things stands out. The way this breath sounds in here, how it's kind of echoey, it sounds like it's in a, I don't know what kind of echoey open environment, or I don't want to say open environment. I want to say something like a large, like if I had to picture it, it's like a large, real large, dark warehouse. I don't know why dark, but it seems like it's dark and it's huge and freezing cold. That's just the sound. If I had to visualize the sound of what that sounds like. And I had stuff, the voices come through that absolutely had that sound to it, that had the ambient sound to it that's around it. In addition to that, there's a little, it almost like sounds like somebody's coming off of a microphone, like a push button microphone or something at the end. It's in a percussive sound there at the end. That kind of stuff I've never heard on the radio. Nothing in this clip I've ever heard in the radio.
That was a breath. Did you hear that?
That was just breathing.
Let's check the slow-mo.
That was a breath. Did you hear that? That was just
And I forgot to mention, the actual breathing I have heard. That, like, I don't even know how this slipped my mind. You'd have to go back and listen. I try to update people. It's a lot. I don't want to talk too much. But in previous episodes, I've already mentioned, in my case, as crazy as this sounds, I've had them come through and break into calls in a cell phone. Break into calls. And called a home landline and leave a long voice message, which I will be playing here at this channel. Stay tuned, subscribe. I will be playing here at this channel some of the craziest audio. I think I've topped all these teams when it comes to that. I would say that audio is insane. And I can tell you from the last time it broke into the call, the last major time at least, I was actually able to hear it. The times before, it cut me off where I couldn't hear the person on the other end. I couldn't hear anything, and they couldn't hear me, but they could hear this voice. This last time, I was able to hear it, and the person on the other end, but we couldn't hear each other. And it was it was breathing. I don't know what the thing is with the breaths, but it was making noises just like what we just heard. And other noises too, like it was blowing, like it was huffing and puffing. And to me, it sounded like it was frustrated. It was angry / frustrated because it was trying to form words. It was trying to talk, but it couldn't get the words formed. That's what I got from it. I stayed on this call for a minute. I don't mean a literal minute, but I mean a while. I didn't hang the phone up. Who is this? What's going on? What? And I'm just listening to what you do. Whoa. Hard breathing. hard breathing and breaths and air, but that ambient sound that you just heard here is exactly, it sounded like it was in the same location. That weird echoey background is so familiar to me. So stuff like this just it blows it blows me away. But let's get on to the next one.
Is the lady still here? The lady we were talking to? There.
Okay, that was a pretty clear situation there. Let's get on to the enhancement.
Is the lady still here? The lady we were talking to? There.
Let's go on to the slow-mo. That's pretty straightforward there. I was able to clean that up a little bit.
There.
Yeah, that. Oh man, yeah, this was one hell of a session right here that they did right here. And I have to pause here for a minute, just a small second, to request that you please go down to our page, Phantom Freaks. Please hit the sub button, hit the like, give us a comment. If you're liking what you see, if you want to see more of this, I got a lot of good feedback from the previous videos. People telling me that they've been waiting for this for years, and blew me away. I've definitely wanted to do it for a long time, and I finally went on ahead and just said, you know what, nobody else seems to be doing it. I was kind of shocked. I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll go ahead and take it up, and I've had, I got the pro audio experience and I've had the paranormal experience. So let me put it together and see what we can do here. But yeah, if you like what you're seeing and you want to see this page go further, hit the sub button, hit the like button, comment. Not only does that give me motivation and drive to go, but YouTube likes to see that. So feed the algorithm. Feed it. If you want me to do it, run the numbers up, run them up. If I look at the page and I say, oh, the people say they want this, I have to allocate more time to it, and you'll give me the ability to do that. So anyway, let's go on to the next clip.
Where are you? Rosie.
Did it say Rosie?
It said Rosie.
Let's play.
Where are you? Rosie.
Did it say Rosie?
Let's play the enhancement.
Where are you? Rosie.
Did it say Rosie?
It said Rosie.
Let's get on to the slow-mo.
Where are you? Rosie. Did it say Rosie?
Now this one I'm conflicted on. It sounds like it says Rogie, like with a G or something. I don't know, but again, looking at how it's trying to manipulate this stuff to make words and make it seems like it's, it falls off, it trails off, it's hard to maintain for them. So it might have been trying to say Rosie and it didn't quite come out right. That's very possible, but that one's hard to tell, but something there for sure. And let me know in the comments. If I miss it, I can't tell what it is. It's all up to your brain's interpretation a lot of times anyway. I mean, some of this stuff is very clear and we know exactly what it said. Some stuff, it's hard to tell. So anyway, let's get to the next clip.
Rosie, do you know how you passed away? What happened to you here? What did you just try to say?
Obviously said something there that it was a lot of syllables.
Rosie, do you know how you passed away? What happened to you here? Rosie, do you know how you passed away? What happened to you here?
And yeah, there I was able to take away some of the static around it and pull it up. Let's see what the slow-mo says. I have no idea. I think I remember when I was editing, it sounded like it said something like something homie almost like I don't know what. Let me know what you think that is. I don't know what it is. It tried to say something. Some of these, I wish I'd done more than what I did. But some of these I'm starting to check in reverse because some of them I think might be reverse speech. And we are going, what in the hell is that? Some of them might be reverse speech. We've had that in the past where different investigations, different teams, we've heard stuff come across backwards or, other situations. So I want to start checking that more in reverse to make sure nothing's there.
What did you just try to say? Can you say that again?
Nevada?
Something Nevada.
Yeah, I heard Nevada.
What did you just try to say? Can you say that again?
Nevada?
Something Nevada.
Yeah, I heard Nevada.
Let's go to
What did you just try to say? Can you say that again?
Nevada?
Something Nevada.
Yeah, I heard.
What did you just try to say? Can you say that again?
Nevada?
Something Nevada.
Yeah, I heard Nevada.
Let's go to slow-mo.
What did you just try to say? Can you say that again?
Nevada?
Something Nevada. Yeah.
Yeah, that's and I believe they're in Nevada right now. That of course sounds like, oh well, that's just a radio station. And again, they use the radio station's words, the snippets. In theory here, that's what the entities are using. It's weird for that to just popped in again. If there's a tower powerful enough, I would think transmitting enough to get audio through that loudly, and the reception as far as I know, that's how radios work. The reception of the audio depends on the power output of the transmitter from the station. So, and how loud you get it, how strong it is. So it's like if something can come through that loud, you think you'd hear it popping in a lot more. Like while they're trying to ask questions and stuff, it's hitting that station or that couple of stations, and it's just blah, blah, blah. Like I find it odd that it just pops in at right as they ask a question, and there's several scans of nothing. But anyway, let's hit the next one.
What room does Rosie stay in? What's the room number? Several something. What room does Rosie stay in? What's the room number? Several something.
Let's go to enhancement.
What room does Rosie stay in? What's the room number? Several.
Let's play that again. I'll fast forward.
Several something.
It did sound like it tried to say something after several. Again, it could have been just trailing off, the energy trailing off of it, trying to form that word. I'd say if I had to guess, if I had to put money on it, I would say that it was trying to say several. So there, it's answering the question of, how many, or what's the number of the room that it stays in. And I remember when I was editing this, I thought in the original, when I originally saw the video, the original clip, I thought it said 7, or they were trying to say that it said 7. But apparently And this just helps validate to me that, okay, several is what we heard, and it wasn't, auditory illusions going on. When I was editing it just in the audio, I said, oh, that said several. It didn't say 7, it said several. And then when I went back to the video, I said, oh, that's what they said. It said several. Okay. So, sometimes that happens, and it's like, okay, that's a good validation there that it said several. So it's telling them I'm in several rooms. I'm not just in one room. I'm in several rooms. I can be in whatever room I want to be in. So that's pretty slow.
Several something.
All right. Yeah, that's pretty clear. Let's get on to the next one.
Do you have a message for us? Something you want us to know?
I'm gonna get you.
Gonna get you, yeah.
Oh my god.
Do you have a message for us? Something you want us to know?
I'm gonna get you.
Gonna get you, yeah.
Let's go to enhancement.
Do you have a message for us? Something you want us to know?
I'm gonna get you.
Gonna get you, yeah.
I'm gonna get you.
Gonna get you, yeah.
Let's go to slow-mo.
I'm gonna get you.
Now, this one, oh man, goosebumps on this one. This is terrifying. This one right here, this ain't no radio station, people. That is not a radio station. That is not a radio station. I'm pretty confident in saying that that's not a radio station. That is, and this is one of the ones I think is the mixture I was telling you about. There's kind of a real voice in there. And when I say real, I mean like produced by the spirit, just like you would get on an EVP. There's that and some manipulation of some kind of audio in there, whether it's from the station or whatever. It was several layers. I remember looking at it. And part of it, the static is part of how it, and this is just really, I'm telling you, I got goosebumps because there's so much related to this. You're going to want to stay tuned. Definitely subscribe because there's a lot of things I want to bring together. This isn't just audio enhancement. We're going to bring a lot of things together that are happening in these different videos from different teams and show the common themes. The makeup of the technique of them using static and whatever vocalization they can make and audio from a radio station, and you put all of them together and manipulate them in a certain way, and it creates the phonetics for the words. That's how this is kind of working. Because like I can go in there and I can pull back all that static and you still hear it, but you lose some of the enunciation because it's using the static to get some of the part. Like it might be get, the T at the end. The T might be just static, derived from just static. It's crazy where the rest of it is a voice. That's what I mean by the layers and using different things to create. And in here, you hear, and I've heard this before, there's multiple voices. There's not just one voice. Like I think this one has 2 different voices in it. Let me see. Okay, if you listen closely, you can hear there. This is the slow-mo, so it sounds lower, but it can give you an idea of, slow it down for you so you can hear. It's not the same voice on every piece. There's 2 or 3 different voices there. Like they're different tonalities. They're Yeah, it's when I was looking at it, I was like, what in the hell? Some of it is made up of multiple voices. So it's now this this dry. There's two other reasons I have to take a minute here that this drives me crazy is because so I'll do a video on this. There was a video done many years ago in like the beginning of YouTube. A guy proved that there is backmasking on a certain records. There's a couple of records, well-known records out there, super hit records that have very clear backmasking on it. And there's always been an argument. Oh, there's nothing on there. It's just your ears picking stuff out. He proved he used it. This is I consider a scientific method because it's repeatable. He proved, and anybody can do this experiment, that backmasking is there. It's in fact there. I think I'm going to redo that, for the 21st century and show that because a lot of people haven't seen that. Now, I mention that because part of how the voices were made and backmasking, if you don't know, is reverse speech that's on like a forward musical record, right? You play it in reverse and there's like satanic stuff on it, right? The way that the backmasking was created in reverse, no human could write it. You know that it's paranormal because you would have to have the right tempo, the right cadence, the right melody, and what was it? It was something else that was I know it was cadence, melody, the beat, and then on top of that, like 4 words that you heard in forward in the regular song, if you reverse them, they made 1 word. So you have to know it wasn't just 1 word, flip it around and it's another word. It took multiple words to make 1 word, and it wasn't just talked. Like if you just talk the lyrics in forward and play in reverse, it won't work. You have to sing the lyrics. You have to, it takes the music, the beat, the cadence, the rhythm, and all of those components in multiple words to create just 1 word in reverse. So you cannot write it. It's impossible for a human to do that. I mention that because it reminds me of how many different elements are being used to create these words. It's not just a single voice. Let me stop ranting. Let's get on to the next one. Now, this one I think they might have missed. There was a breath here, and I don't think he did it, and that's why I put it in here because right there you can hear it. I don't know what's going on there, but here's the here's the enhancement. Let's go to slow-mo. Definitely sounds like a weird breath to me. And I don't, even though, he turns, he kind of opens his mouth proximity wise and all that, it just doesn't sound like it's him. It sounds like it's something else. I could be wrong, but that's suspicious. I don't know. You let me know what you think in the comments there. Let's get on to the next one.
Measured walking again. Hello? Like I measured walking again.
Pretty clear there, but let's go ahead and enhance it.
Measured walking again. Hello? Measured walking again.
It's slow-mo.
Measured walking.
I think that speaks for itself. So, now I don't know. I think they were supposed to be the only people there, so I don't know where all of that's coming from. Let's get on to the next one.
Might have just been nothing, but I just 100% just heard a tap in this room.
No, it was something. Let's check it out.
Might have just been...
Yeah, he was getting screwed with all throughout the situation here. Let's hit the next one.
Can you tell us your name? Possible?
Why do so many spirits not want to give up their name?
Can you tell us your name? Possible?
Why do...
Can you tell us your name? Possible?
Why do so many...
Can you tell us your name?
Now, I think here, what I heard editing is I don't hear the P on possible. It could have been that it got cut off. It kind of sounds like it is a name. I don't want to say the name. A word of caution. You're here on a channel dealing with pro audio. We're dealing with frequencies. We're dealing with all this stuff. And like I said, watch Masters of the Universe. Definitely do that when you get a chance to get an understanding. There is definitely something to names of entities, and saying certain things, putting it out into the air, not in a magical sense, in a everything's made up of frequencies, as we know now. Science is letting us know everything's waves and frequencies and whatnot. So you saying stuff like that, you saying the names of entities and stuff, be careful, because you're triggering something there. So I'm gonna refrain from doing that. I didn't find anything. I did type it in and try to see if that name came up, but what I thought the name is saying here, if you listen closely, it sounds like it might be a name that was told. But nevertheless, an important question was asked here when he said,
why do so many spirits not want to give up their name?
That happens a lot. And another word of caution, there's a reason for that. There is a for sure reason for that. I don't want to ruffle any feathers. Be very careful, because a lot of these spirits, a lot of them are very evasive. You see from team to team, episode to episode, they have a similar MO. They're very evasive, very tricky, love to masquerade, all of the above. So they have a very good reason for not giving you their name. Anyway, let's get on to the next one. Or actually, did we play the slow-mo? Let's play the slow-mo.
Possible. What?
Yeah, that's weird. Let's get to the next one.
Why do so many spirits not want to give up their name?
A gun. I heard gun.
I have a gun.
I have a gun.
Why do so many spirits not want to give up their name?
A gun. I heard gun.
I have a gun.
I have a...
Now that's how they heard it, is I have a gun, but it sounds a little different. Let's hear.
Why do so many spirits not want to give up their name?
A gun. I heard gun.
Why do so many spirits not want to give up their name?
A gun. I heard gun.
Hit the slow.
Why do so many spirits not want to give up their name? Why do so many spirits not want to give up their name? Gun. I heard gun.
Yeah, that was definitely strange. I don't know. I don't think it said have a gun. It said something. I don't know. It said something kind of strange there. You guys let me know what you think it said, because it didn't seem like it said have a gun. It said something else. This is one of the ones I tried to reverse, I think, to see, what it said. I don't know. That one's stumping me right there. It's almost like it said avant-garde or avant-garde or something like that.
Give up their name. Gun.
Or has a gun, but I remember the gun part didn't sound like gun to me when I was editing. It sounded like gar or something like that. Strange one. I don't know. Any people that speak multiple languages that are watching this, if whatever language you speak other than English, if it sounds like something to you in another language, you definitely get down in the comments and let us all know.
Did you just say that you have a gun?
It's your
Your turn?
It's your turn.
Let's say that.
Did you just say that you have a gun?
It's your
Your turn?
It's your
See the enhancement.
Did you just say that you have a gun?
It's your
Your turn?
It's your turn.
See the slow mo.
Did you say that you have a gun?
It's your
Your turn? Did you just say that you have a gun?
It's your
Your turn? It's your...
Yeah, that it almost sounds like it's your time, which is terrifying. Let me know what you think that says. That's yeah, a lot of these are a little different than, they're doing their best they can trying to hear it. We're here, after the fact, enhancing it. So, it comes out a little different. Yeah, they say some weird stuff. Yeah, I don't know what. Let me know what you think there. Let's get on to the next clip.
All right, well, we're going to turn this off. Do you have any last messages?
vacate.
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 Yeah, that was pretty clear. Let's go back here. Fast forward.
Vacate.
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 And this is, stuff like this. Now you get what it sounds like to me in this. You're hearing the enhancement is that, yeah, it used the words of a radio station pretty clearly. It's two different voices. You might get confused and think it's one of them repeating vacate. The two loudest vacate you hear, the first two are the spirit box. It's two different voices, one of which does sound kind of like one of them, but no, they're from the voice, the radio station. So I have to mention briefly, I forgot where it said I'm gonna get you. Another thing that sent chills down my spine about that one is, in my case in 2011, there was an incident. There was a paranormal incident. I'll say that. One of my family members was told by an entity, very, very, this isn't like, this was very live and direct. Okay. They were told, I'm going to get you. MFer, I'm going to get you. Said multiple times, I'm going to get you. MFer, I'm going to get you. So that hits different for me. Just so you understand, that hits very different for me. And I hear this, a lot of these words and phrases come up from my case. Same ones, same things. I'm going to get you. Do this, do that. Hey, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, let's move on to this enhancement.
Vacate.
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 See that second vacate right there you just heard? That's both of that's the box.
Vacate.
Vacate.
Vacate. Vacate.
And you see then they both repeat. Let's hit the slow-mo.
Vacate.
Vacate. Vacate. Vacate.
Vacate.
Vacate. Vacate.
Now here's the question to the skeptics. How did two different voices, completely different voices that would seemingly be on two different radio stations, say the same word in response, perfectly in timed response to their question? That's, and I don't know. I haven't seen, the full skeptics layout on this. Maybe somebody has a walkie-talkie and they're talking into it. I don't know how they're creating so many different voices and layered voices, like I said, and mixed in stuff and stuff that's made with half static and half a real voice. But yeah, for them to get vacating, they're two completely different voices.
Vacate.
Vacate.
Like it almost is like it wanted to make sure you don't confuse this for nothing else because it's two totally different.
Vacate.
Vacate. Vacate. Vacate.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'd be vacating right about that moment. So let's get on to the next one.
You want us to vacate and leave?
You're my way.
You're in my way. You want us to vacate and leave?
You're my way.
You're in my way.
Let's go to enhancement.
You want us to vacate and leave?
You're my way.
You're in my way. You want us to vacate and leave?
You're my way.
You're in my way.
Let's hit the slow-mo.
You want us to vacate and leave?
You're my way.
You're in my way.
I can't remember what I originally thought this was.
You're my way. You're my way.
It might have said you're on my way. It was another one of those ones that kind of trailed off.
You're my way.
You're in my way.
It seems to be a common theme in these that if it's a phrase or sentence, the last word, it's like it trails off. The power isn't there to put the last word through in most cases. I keep seeing that here, and you can visually see this, not with the analyzer that I have up right now, but on different analyzers, I can see it literally trail off. Like it's losing power, it's losing amplitude and losing power to say it. And that muffles and mumbles up that final word. Let's get to the next one.
I just heard something moving in my bathroom.
Now you can clearly hear there that something's going on.
I just heard something moving in my bathroom.
I don't know what the hell that is, but something did move. Let's hear the enhancement. No clue. Let's go to the slow-mo. Yeah, something's getting messed with. Let's go to the next one. This is a wild one. This is a crazy one right here. I remember this. This is gonna be a wild one.
Fire into that inferno to try to save your coworkers. What was that?
Whoa!
Yo! Al? Yeah? Was that you?
No? Hold on.
Fire into that inferno to try to save your coworkers. What was that?
Whoa!
As you can hear, we got a vocalization right there that was not coming through his recorder. It was in the environment somewhere. And it's weird. a lot of these vocalizations, sometimes they are very difficult to tell direction. It doesn't sound like it was pasted in there post-production. They all have a weird, the spatial direction is very weird, and it's hard to pinpoint. It's just there somehow. It's weird. It's just there, and that's how this is.
Fire into that inferno to try to escape. What was that?
Whoa!
And you see, I was able to actually, what I did here is get rid of his recorder going. I took that out and a lot of the static and stuff out and brought up the voice. So that's why you don't hear his recording going back there. And I got it pretty clear on this one.
Whoa!
And you see, it's got a lot of amplitude to it. It's there.
Whoa! Whoa!
Let's go to the slow-mo.
Whoa! Whoa!
Strange indeed. I mean, for them to be sitting up there, imagine you're alone. They're not even, where they were in adjacent rooms. Just imagine you're just completely alone and you get that kind of vocalization in a place like that. You're packing it up. You're out of there. You are down the fire escape at that point. Let's go to the next clip.
There's a response. There's a voice there. Just don't know what it says.
Do you not want me in this room right now? Is that why you lock people out of the room?
There's a response. There's a voice there. Just don't know what it says.
Do you not want me in this room right now? Is that why you lock people out of the room?
Okay, and those that have been with me already know, but to the new viewers, that voice right there, I'm very familiar with in my personal case from 2011, before any of these teams existed. I have that recording of that voice on a voicemail that sounds identical to that, but a long recording that it left. And that's one of the indicators I use when I'm looking at these channels to tell, any authenticity for myself. I know at least some of it is authentic, because that voice right there, and many teams have captured that voice. And I've always said that voice, but I'm starting to learn now as I'm actually breaking it down and analyzing it. It's that static is it seems to be a product of it trying to talk in the manner that it's trying to talk. It's like there is a voice under there, and we'll see as I peel this back. There's a bit of a voice under that, and it's using the static to try to it's conjured up from the static. With us hearing all the shout, all the loudness, it's part of it trying to pull that static in to make it into some audio that we can interpret as a voice. That's kind of what I'm getting from it, even though it sounds like it's the same entity, and they sometimes do a lot of the same stuff in how they're talking. But let's go to the.
There's a response. There's a voice there. Just don't know what it says.
Do you not want me in this room right now? Is that why you lock people out of the room?
I think
Let's go back here.
there's a
I'm trying to remember when I did the edit.
Right now, is that why you lock people out of the room?
Now this, I did this like this so you could see, stripping away all of the loud raspiness. This is kind of what's underneath it. So this is what's underneath all of that raspiness. And I think when I was editing, I heard a yeah. That might be in a clip coming up. One of these clips, it said yeah. He didn't know what it said, but it said yeah. But this one right here, when you stripped away, that's why I put this one in there. If I strip away a lot of that static, there's something under there. There's some strange stuff under there. Let's go to slow.
Out of the room.
Yeah, that's what was under all that static. Let's go to the next clip.
I think I hear a male voice pretty angrily saying, "It's my room."
Is that why you lock people out of the room?
Now this is the one where he said yeah on it. Let me see.
The room?
It's
Now, you know, he's doing his best to interpret what it's saying. When I got a hold of it here, it seems to be like it was trying to say something at the beginning, but I kind of get a yeah at the end of it. It's a real, and this is one of those multi-layered voices too. It's when you're looking at it, it's like three voices made into one and some static. It's like, it's very strange, but I think this is the one where it said yeah.
Lock people out of the room?
Now, yeah, if you listen closely and you're not reading, you know, the typed out message there, it's the first things you hear. I think it's just trying to talk, but that last big vocalization, I think it said yeah. Yeah, right there, I think.
it's my room.
Is that why you lock people out of the room?
Yeah, so it's like, is that why you lock people out of the room? Yeah. Let's go to the next clip here. Or this is the slow-mo.
Is that why you lock people out of the room?
Yeah, and you can hear in that slow-mo the swirly, very phasey sound. And I know that's a technical term you might not understand, but it's a very phasey, chorusy sound because it's like it's these mixed together frequencies and harmonics and stuff going on. It's using a lot of, that's what I'm learning. It's using a lot of different stuff to bring together to make a voice. Very interesting. There's science to this, folks. There is science to this. It's not like just magic. It's all within the confines. It's just what we understand and what we don't yet. Here's the next clip.
Rose, is there any way you can make that music box go off? Hello?
Now this is pretty standard issue knocking here.
Rose, is there any way you can make that music box go off? Hello?
Let's go to enhancement.
Rose, is there any way you can make that music box go off? Hello? Rose, is there any way you can make that music box go off? Hello? Rose, is there any way you can make that music box go off? Hello? Rose, is there any way you can make that music box go off? Hello?
That's pretty hard. That's a lot of amplitude, right? That's yeah. I'd be out of there. Telling you, I'd be out. Anyway, here's the next clip.
Oh my god! My sink!
What?
My sink just turned on!
What?
My sink just turned on! Holy fuck!
Seriously?
You can clearly hear the sink turning on. This is a common thing. and a lot of many people's hauntings, people that are watching that have experience with the paranormal. I know there's a lot of people that out there that have had water turn on, toilets flush. These are pretty standard things that happen in a lot of cases in people's houses. So, but wow for them to catch it on camera. Here's the enhancement. Now, that first noise, I believe, and everybody should be familiar with that sound that has lived in a house before, at least in the United States. It sounds like the lid of a toilet, the back lid of the toilet being moved. Yeah, I'd say I'd put money on that's what that is. And then also here, of course, there's just the water coming on is crazy. I'm gonna hit the slow-mo. Absolutely nuts. In the next clip, they get the spirit box out again. They try to see if they can get communication right after this has happened.
Since something's happening, I'm gonna turn the spirit box on.
Yeah.
Just because she might be here right now. I'm just gonna set it on the ground.
Pray.
What?
You'll go to enhancement on that.
Happening. I'm gonna turn the spirit box on.
Yeah.
Just because she might be here right now. I'm just gonna set it on the ground.
Pray.
What?
Pretty clear.
Pray.
Let's hit the slow-mo.
Pray. What? Pray.
Yeah. And it's always, I think no matter who it is, what walk of life you come from, what faith you come from, when you start hearing biblical stuff, I think everybody gets super chills when you anything about now this is not necessarily biblical, but just going along the lines of that, pray, demon, Satan, which you hear a lot. You hear these themes a lot right here. It's usually biblical type of stuff that'll come across that will really terrify most people. You're you're shook. You're shook when it starts doing that. Here's the next clip.
Who just turned on the sink? Sounds like a girl screaming.
Excuse me, I don't have a cough button installed yet. They thought it sounded like screaming. Not exactly, but here.
Who just turned on the sink? Sounds like.
Let's go to the enhancement.
Who just turned on the sink? Sounds like a girl screaming.
Yeah, it was trying to say something. I don't think it was screaming. It was trying to actually say a word. But again, in the moment, that's what they thought.
Sounds like a girl screaming. Sounds like a girl.
Again, you hear that the quality to the audio, if you can tune your ears to that. We're here at Phantom Freaks. Everybody's gonna be kind of a audio engineer at the end of this because you're if you close your eyes and listen to some of this stuff and hear what I'm saying about it, you'll pick up on the nature of the sound. That sound is very, again, phasey, chorusy, that whirling sound, and it's because it's multiple layer. It's a layered voice. It's not a singular tone. It's multiple tones that are not totally in phase with each other. They're not lined up perfectly. So you're getting this type of, swirly effect.
Sounds like a girl.
Yeah, multiple tones creating that voice that are out of phase is how I would describe it. All right, next. Oh, this is gonna be slow one.
Sounds like
I mean, there's just a whole swirl. It's pretty wildly out of phase, but that's what's creating that effect there. Let's go on to the next one.
Rosie, can you confirm that was maybe you who turned on the sink?
Please.
Yes.
Oh my God, dude!
Please.
Yes.
All right, here's the enhancement.
On the sink?
Please.
Yes.
Rosie, can you confirm that was maybe you who turned on the sink?
Please.
Yes.
Yeah, it's odd that it had music behind it. Again, I think that was an instance of it picking from a radio station and imposing it in there. Maybe not. Maybe it wanted there to be music behind there and it created. It's hard to say, but I remember when I was editing, I don't remember anymore. I thought I heard it might say something different. Let me know in the comments if you think it said something different, but it does seem to kind of be a yes or a yeah or something.
Please.
Yeah, you can hear the S on the yes.
yes.
Please.
Yes. Oh my God.
Okay, let's go into the next clip.
Were you killed in the bathroom? Whoa. Were you killed in the bathroom? Whoa.
Let's go to the enhancer.
Were you killed in the bathroom?
Maposa.
Whoa.
Now that, yeah, I don't know what that
Were
said.
you killed in the bathroom?
Maposa.
Whoa.
I gotta hear that one
Killed in the
time.
bathroom?
Maposa.
Whoa.
Let's go to slow-mo on that.
Were you killed in the bathroom?
Maposa.
Whoa.
Almost sounds like it says my peasant.
Were you killed in the bathroom?
Maposa.
Whoa.
Yeah, I got to start looking at a lot of more of these in reverse because I almost make me think that's reverse speech or something. I don't know. Again, anybody that speaks different language, other than English, tap in the comments if you think it's saying something in another language. Let me know. Let me know what you think it says. But we're gonna move on. That was crazy.
Female voice again. I heard I don't need to, or I don't need. Female voice again. I heard I don't need to, or I don't need to.
Let's go to enhancement.
Female voice again. I heard I don't need. Female voice again.
Go to the slow-mo.
Female voice again.
Yeah, that's one of the ones I think it was a failed attempt trying to get the words across. Because you can hear how it comes in, it kind of fades in, it reaches its peak and then it fades out. And yeah, that's kind of like I was saying at the end of most of them, they trail out. That's doing it at the beginning too. It's like it trailed in, got its peak power in the middle and then it lost it. Yeah, I don't know what that's saying. You guys let me know.
Can we help you?
You can try. You can try.
Can we help you?
You can try. You can.
Now, this one, another one to send all the chills down your spine if you don't already have them. Again, we have a response to what they're saying, perfectly timed. And then I believe we'll hear the enhancement here. It's another case of you can hear it's made up of not just a singular voice or tone. It's multiple.
Can we help you?
You can try.
You can try. Can we help you?
Now that sounds like the same like personage voice, but the multiple layers of tones is what I mean. It's not a single tone like you hear it in my voice right now. They might come across to you as a single, sound. It's like multi-layered, and it's very, very strange. But it seems to say you can try. I don't know.
You can try.
Hold on. Yeah, there's a multitude there. I hear that a multitude of those the stacked harmonics there. It's hard to explain it. You can hear it a little more clearly there. If you guys are tuning your ears in, it's multiple stacked harmonies. I don't even want to call it harmonies or harmonics. It's
You can try. You can try.
yeah, that's freaky. Okay. Let me get on to the next one. I'm scaring myself now. I gotta. This is let's see here.
It's not a name. It's not like identifying as a person. It just says thing. I'm freaked out.
All right, let's go with the enhancement.
It's not a name. It's not like identifying as a person. It just says thing.
Let's go for the slow-mo.
It's not a name. It's not like identifying as a person. It just says thing.
I think that face says it all right there. So, yeah, that was your standard issue knocks and bangs and stuff like that. As crazy as that stuff is, some of this other audio is becoming some of the craziest. The way I'm starting to process these EVPs and the Ghost Box radio audio, it's starting. We're peeling some layers back now. It's starting to get crazy once you see what's underneath some of the static. It's getting nuts. Okay, so stay tuned. Definitely like, subscribe, comment. That right there was our last clip. So I'll put you back here on the screen for Project Fear. Definitely go check that out. I'll have it linked in the description, the original episodes. You can go down there and just click on it and go straight to it. And yeah, turn on your notifications. I know YouTube is not notifying everybody evenly, so you might have to check in regularly to see what's going on here until we get a regular schedule. But certainly subscribe, comment, like, and yeah, we're gonna keep on going with this. We're gonna keep on trucking with this, build this up, and like I said, I can allocate more time. The more support you show, I can allocate more time. It's going to justify that. We're going to, hit all the goals necessary to really put some serious time in here, because I have a stacked schedule. My schedule is really out of control. So I'm trying to fit this in, and it's going to be up to you guys to make it be something to where I have to get on this, all the time. So anyway, yeah, until next time, we should have some more stuff coming up. You Twin Paranormal fans, stay tuned. I'm trying to get something out real quick here. So you might want to check back in a few hours if you're looking at this same day. Anyway, till next time, we will see you there.